Bookstore. My name is Kim, and I am the manager here at BookBug, and This is a Bookstore. I'm coming at you today from BookBug instead of This is a Bookstore, because today I want to talk to you about LGBTQ plus books for kids, specifically for elementary school kids. This video will be a hopeful resource for you who might be stuck at home with elementary school age children and you want to help them engage with this kind of curriculum. We will have all of these books ready to go for you for pickup or for shipment or delivery. We'll link to all of these in the description box below. So let's get started. One of the main books that we're really excited about is Reading the Rainbow. This book is specifically for educators who are teaching LGBTQ plus content to elementary school kids. And if that's you as a parent right now, then it's a good resource for you too. It talks a lot about how to engage with this content at age-appropriate levels. One of the other things that that this book talks about is books being a mirror and a window. So it's important for kids to get the representation where they see themselves reflected in the book, mirror books for them, and it's also really important for kids to have window books where they can see what other people's lives are like. So even if you don't think that your kid is LGBTQ plus, you might not think, oh, well, they don't need this resource. They absolutely do, because it helps them to empathize with other people that they meet as they go along. So if you're curious about how to educate your kids about LGBT content, this is a great resource. Two other great resources that I'll touch on real quickly just to let you know that we have here. We have this book called Unconditional that's all about supporting and loving your LGBTQ kids. It's more of an all-age kids kind of resource. Definitely very important. And this one, The Gender Creative Child by Dr. Diane Arensaf. She is outstanding in her field for the psychology of gender in children specifically. She's fantastic, has a lot of really, really other great pieces floating around out there that are published, and this book is a great, great resource. So, I'm just going to buzz through these real fast. We have a lot of resources. A lot of these are here. We have even more than this, but I want to make sure that you know what some of our favorites are. So, we just heard from Outfront Kalamazoo that Kalamazoo Pride will be pushed back to a date that is yet to be determined, but a date that we are very much already excited for and very much anticipating. This date in June, even if it doesn't end up being in June, that's totally fine, but we can still learn about June and Pride. This is a great book for very little kids too, to engage with. It's really just a lot of fun colors and fun scenes of people gathering, which I know we're not allowed to do right now, but we can dream. It's really fun and lighthearted. It's a great, great book to have, especially right now, as kind of a window into our future again. Pride, the story of Harvey Milk and the Rainbow Flag. This is a picture book biography about Harvey Milk. It's a very important piece of LGBTQ plus history to look into with your child. And then along those same lines is Sewing the Rainbow, the story of Gilbert Baker and the Rainbow Flag. This book is covered in glitter. I absolutely love that about it. It's the history of the flag, so we're sticking to, more history and what the flag means, who created it, and why. It's a really fun book. The illustrations are really cute. This book is a little bit more on the serious side. It's called Stonewall, A Building, an Uprising, a Revolution. The pictures are absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, it's a lot heavier than the other ones, but it's still very age appropriate for elementary school kids, probably older elementary school. Definitely a great resource, very powerful. We are very fortunate in Kalamazoo to have a lot of LGBTQ plus supportive and affirming churches. And so A Church for All is another great book that I recommend for those families who maybe attend those churches or want to kind of bridge what seems to sometimes be a gap between the church as an establishment and LGBTQ plus movements. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Gail Pittman, and honestly anything by Gail Pittman is a great resource for LGBTQ education for kids. A really quick, fun, whimsical alphabet book for young kids, The Gay BCs. We can all appreciate this one. It's really simple and fun and laugh out loud sometimes. It's great. So then our last three are specifically about teaching gender identities and expressions to kids in a way that can help them understand how they express themselves. It can help them empathize with other kids who might be going through some gender-related thoughts and processing who they know themselves to be. The first one is It Feels Good to Be Yourself, a book about gender identity. It's super adorable. I love these illustrations so much. Just like the watercolor, the colors in them, the style, it's great. It goes through different definitions in really accessible ways and focuses a lot on friendship and being who you are and how that's the most important thing. Great resource there. Maya Cristina Gonzalez is another one of my favorite LGBTQ plus kids educator authors. Anything by her is fantastic. There is a coloring book counterpart to The Gender Wheel. This book, The Gender Wheel, that we have is a fantastic story about bodies and gender and who you are and all of the infinite possibilities that could possibly be. Fantastic book. We have a few of her others. One is about pronouns. Call Me Tree is a dual language book that is absolutely beautiful as well. The last book I want to talk to you about today is the Gender Identity Workbook for Kids. If you're stuck at home with your kids, now is as good a time as any to go through something like this with your kids and talk about who they know themselves to be, how they understand gender as it relates to themselves and their friends and their family and the world around them. There is a teenage counterpart to this that we also have in stock, and I will talk about that in a little bit more detail when we talk about young adult and teen books. But yeah, this one comes highly recommended, and we definitely have sold several copies since we brought it in. So I highly recommend it, especially right now. And that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please support Outfront in this time where they are shut down. Please help spread the access to resources that you have to people who might not otherwise have it. Share their page, share this video, like, subscribe, hit the bell, share it everywhere, follow us on social media, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.